Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday, April, I believe 27th, 8th, I don't know. Today's going to be about 90 degrees. I'm here in Orlando, Florida. I haven't done an update in a long time, so I figured I'd bring the camera out while I'm out here this morning and show you guys what I have going on. I had the 2 boxes last night. I did the 3rd box, planted everything in there yesterday, late last night. I went and got mushroom compost yesterday. So I did tons of work yesterday. Yesterday was definitely a yard day. Today looks like it's going to be the same. Here in my first bed I have different varieties of tomatoes and peppers, and I have eggplant up in the front. I did plant some marigolds in these little pots and they did great, and then all of a sudden they just started dying. I do not know why. I have marigolds in other pots that did fine. I don't know if maybe it's the material of the pot. I don't know. They're not doing well at all. Everything seems to be going good so far. I did have to pull 2 tomatoes in the middle. Their growth was stunted. They started looking extremely sick. So I pulled them and I replaced it with one that I had, but I still have spot for another one. I have a large variety of peppers and tomatoes just because I like different things. Most of these I did start by seed. Some of them though were transplants from like your big box store. Like this one. This one's a gypsy pepper. This one I purchased. This is a jalapeno. This is like the mammoth one. This one is just loaded. The eggplants are doing good. If anybody's grown an eggplant, you know it takes a long time to get some eggplant. I do have a flower though. I noticed that yesterday. So I'm really excited about that. I have another one. So I'm definitely excited about that. As far as my tomato plants, I haven't really had too much problems other than the 2 sickly ones. I do have some brown spots. I don't know how well you can see that on some of them. Yesterday when I came back in, I took off all the dead yellow leaves that were on the bottom. Anything that didn't belong, I pulled out. I do have some tomatoes. I've already harvested once from my Cherokee tomato. Oh my god, it was absolutely delicious. But after I harvest it, this plant really isn't looking too good. The color is different. I don't know actually what it has, but it definitely has something wrong with it. But I mean, we're just loaded up with some tomatoes. I'm excited. A lot of blooms. The weather here has been fantastic. Usually the only main problem that I have with my tomatoes is tomato hornworms, so I definitely keep an eye out for that. Here I have broccoli, which I actually harvested all the main heads. I do enjoy eating the leaves of the broccoli. That's why I haven't pulled it. Not so much for the side shoots because they're really small. This one I'm letting go to seed. I do have, these are bush green beans. I do have a problem with some bugs. I don't know how well you can see that. Focus, focus. No, I don't think you could see that very well. I'm not really sure. But I do have tons of eggs on them from something. I haven't identified what yet, so I haven't treated it yet. But this whole thing over here is all bush green beans, all planted at different times so I can have a continuous harvest. I do have some kale. I personally do not like the flavor of kale, the taste at all, but it is extremely healthy for you, so I'll put it in things where I won't actually taste it. I'll put it in my pasta, or I'll put it in a smoothie, things like that. Here is one sad looking little row I have. I wanted sugar snap peas so bad, and they didn't do very well, and I know that it is really hot now and they might not make it because they don't really like too much heat, but I'm gonna replant them anyway and see what happens. They might all die again and they might live. Oh, what is that? A weed? No, not a weed. Boop. Okay. And here I have one cucumber plant. I want more. I did start this by seed. For some reason, my germination rate for them was not well at all. So I have to go through this box and kind of clear it out. I have dead leaves, some over there. Okay, this over here is bay leaf. See, these marigolds went great, and they're in a pot as well. Same thing, they're not shaded, they're not watered any differently than the ones in the other pots, so there's clearly something wrong there. This is the bed that I did last night. As you can see, these are all really tiny, but that's okay because that's how my first box started. So I anticipate within about a month and a half, this box is gonna look like that one. Here I did put the marigolds inside the box. Hopefully it'll live longer. I usually don't like to do that because I consider each square, you know, some prime real estate for my actual food. But I do like the color in the garden, and I know it does ward off some insects. I had some jalapenos here. And this too is just a mixture between tomatoes and different varieties of peppers. With some purple basil. And just for some fun, we planted some tomatoes and peppers in some PVC pipes. And they're actually doing really well, especially the two tomatoes in the middle. My goodness. This is the gazebo we are working on. We're making it with 100% found wood. So far, the only amount of money that I have spent has been $10 because I did have to purchase one piece of wood. All the rest I actually have found. I went to construction sites. It's on a little bit of a hold right now because I need one more piece of plywood, and I'm really hoping to find it instead of buying it. So it's been on kind of a hold for a couple of weeks now, so I might have to break down and buy a piece. I'm gonna put something on Craigslist saying that I'm in need of a piece of plywood, and if I don't get anything from there, then I will purchase the plywood, sadly. That's what it looks like. Let's see what else we got going on. My chickens, of course, are awesome. No problems with them. I did actually purchase 4 fertile eggs because I had I had one chicken originally who was sitting on them trying to hatch her eggs, and I felt bad for her, so I bought a couple of fertile eggs. I'll do that in another separate video. But the garden is coming along slowly but surely. It is a lot of work in the beginning. This is having to start all over from scratch because, as some of you may know, I actually originally had 12 4x4 beds, and I pulled them all up because the wood was all falling apart, and it served its purpose. It lasted me a good 5 years. But now I'm doing it again with all brand new wood and new boxes, so it is a lot of work, but the reward is amazing. It's good hard work. It's nothing that I dread doing. It's something that I absolutely enjoy doing. I enjoy coming out here and listening to the birds and listening to my chickens and the hawks and just enjoying nature. It's absolutely wonderful. I did put a couple of different seating areas in the yard so I can sit around and enjoy the view from different angles. See these marigolds here too, these did fine. These are though under the shade of this palm tree, but I don't know, the 4 marigolds that I have there just don't like that spot. Do have my plantain tree still. I do have a pear tree and a lemon tree that I need to put in the ground. Working on that either this weekend, meaning today, or next weekend. And that's the garden. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. Enjoy your day.